Look at that. We're live. And that means we're starting with music.
Allegedly.
Wrong one. Allegedly, I hit the wrong button. We're starting with music right now. Are live on the SideQuest on a beautiful Friday night, bringing you all that hot gaming news and love and magic and all the good stuff that comes along with it. Oop, I needed it. It did not stop. I'm Dolly Demonschool. I still don't know how to use any of this stuff. Joining me as usual, the one, the only, the 2026 edition of JJ Holder.
Hello.
Going clockwise right down there, the one, the only Tyler Eller.
Woo!
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah.
And
new
the
Kirby shirt
lovely
on.
young man, the baby of the crew right down there, ZideQuest.
Gugaka.
Although technically longer tenured member of the Discord than most of the long tenured staff.
Exactly. Oh, friends, how are you tonight? It is good to see you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I'm so excited to be here.
I went and did stuff for my passport today.
Okay. Oh,
And,
so you're heading out.
Yeah, and like the passport, like the postal service here in town is like packed out for like months. So people drive an hour out to a different city.
Okay.
And they do it there. So we drove an hour to do that. Drove back. Fun.
Sounds like
it. Let's see. We won't disclose when you're heading out, but you have enough time for the
Yeah, we did the expedited one, so it'll be like
excellent.
2 weeks maybe.
Yeah, and I think you guys probably have a hub much closer to you than we do by us. So
yeah,
that's good. Our hub is Chicago, weirdly. Like everything in the Midwest just goes to Chicago for some weird reason. But
I don't even know where ours would be. I should get a passport at some point just to have it. I would like to go out of the country, but I need the child to be old enough to handle that.
Yeah, it's good to have passports. I work with people who are in their late 50s and 60s and do not have passports. And I'm like, guys, just get one. It's like 60, 70 bucks at most. I mean, I don't even know. If you're not in a rush, you can get it pretty affordably. And then you just have it. You renew it every 5+ years. So, yeah, there you go. See, you had Greensboro is your. Whoa! Holy crap! A wild Sam has shown up.
Messing up the formatting, and now I'm not blocked by the chat anymore.
The baguette has shown up. Here, I'll go down here.
Wow, don't say that. So
just put Sam in the chat spot because
that's true. Yeah, you're right. There we go.
Dally was talking shit. I just want you to know.
There you go. Maybe they spent their passport money on Legos. Yeah, maybe. It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
I definitely did.
You definitely did.
Well, you need to spend passport money on Legos these days, huh?
Yeah.
It's basically it because it will be worth a lot more. Oh, what's that? What are we talking about? Well, let's just say we're big Lego fans here on Ye Old Side Questing. And thankfully, Lego has gifted us with the official Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time set. And boy, are we ready. Look at this. Look at this beautiful piece of art. Look at this thing. Look at our boy. This is our boy.
That looks
our other
really good.
It does. So Ganondorf clips into Ganon.
Yeah.
Here. It's just so freaking cool. These are Lego. Like I love that unibrow in Ganondorf. Just for
it looks cool.
It's a good headpiece.
And then they actually have 4. This is Navi, right? In a ball, Navi in a clear ball there. So very cool. And I do like the little Master Sword. Now, of course, look how sick this looks.
I love that they made sure that his tail like looks right with the clear points on it.
Yes,
it's really good.
Oh God, I am definitely.
Do you have the photo? It shows in the back half of the castle. The megaton hammer is hiding behind.
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can get that. They show that in there, and they also have little secrets. You push this button, and boop, Ganondorf pops out. So there are little secrets, and there's like little hearts in there, and there's stuff. You see the Megaton hammer is hidden around here somewhere.
Yeah.
God, it's so good. It's just a brilliant piece of art.
It's good stuff.
How long until we get a proper like Nintendo Lego game? Because like they're always making Lego
the
games.
easiest thing to make. I mean, it's such. There it is. There's the hammer.
There's the Megaton
Yep.
hammer.
It is a slam dunk. Like Nintendo Lego, and just do like you could do Mario, which is very easy. But after seeing all these, just do Nintendo Lego Land. Like, have them go through every Nintendo like IP. Like, that could be a lot of fun.
I would be into that.
Astrobot.
It's the only way we're getting Star Fox back.
Yeah, it's good. Correct. It's just Triforce. So there are a couple little secrets here and there, right? So it's cool. Very cool. Great job, Lego. You did it. You sold us on it. By the way, not to be outdone, just like the week prior, we were gifted or not gifted, but we were shown the Lego Pokemon sets officially revealed. That's the right way to say it. Yeah, here we go. So we have the Lego set, and it comes with, if you order the $700 collection, it comes with the badges here, which is very cool.
I do like that. I like having the badges. That's neat.
Yeah, that is really neat. I believe and this will be available. The Mini Pokemon Center also comes with that one. It will be available for purchase. I think it's normally like $29.99 or something.
It's a Lego VIP thing, so I think it's like 2,500 points or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. But also, you can, apparently, if you click on it on the site, it shows it as $29.99 and then / Lego VIP. So
everything has to kind of have a price associated with it. So it having a price for something like the VIP stuff doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen.
It's fictionally what that set would be priced if it wasn't a VIP set. I guarantee you people flip that on eBay for about double to triple that price.
Oh, they are. The prices for the for this guy right here, we're going for at least like they were closing in on like $1,500.
A lot of people don't. A lot of not Lego people jumping in on it, putting Pokemon stuff like value to Lego. It's very funny. It's like, oh
I know nothing about the Lego economy, so I'm like, I didn't even know they had like a VIP thing. I'm just like, I like the Pokemon Center. That looks neat.
Yeah, the Lego VIP is essentially their rewards program.
Yeah, it's a free membership thing. You get rewards if you buy from like Lego's website or from store directly. And then occasionally they have promotions where you can like scan your like Target receipt or whatever that has a Lego purchase on it, and you'll get those points too.
I reckon a little disappointed that those are mostly stickers on those things. But...
Yes.
But I do think like this sucker by itself is going to sell. Like it's not that big, but I think this you could throw this thing on eBay and make a killing, because this the only way to get this is with the this big.
I'm glad to see that the Sega Genesis controller that they did recently, I wasn't able to get one, and the aftermarket prices aren't really terrible on it.
Okay,
so
I didn't. I missed that one.
That was also a VIP one, I want to say.
Yeah.
But it was a free with X amount.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Ew.
And then there's this. Oh boy. This looks so bad.
The three look really good. Like the three starters look
I don't like
good.
Venusaur's eyes, but that's
he's supposed to to look ugly as all get out. That's like his vibe.
Yeah, the eyes are the wrong kind of ugly, I think.
Those look shockingly like close to how they look.
Yeah.
Versus the Pikachu that just it looks so bad.
Like it's terrifying.
It's ridiculous that Mega Bloks made like several good. Oh, I just noticed that they made 25 out of the studs on the base.
Yep, right here.
That's impressive. They never do that with the studs.
I also like how the action pose is like Pikachu coming out of the Pokeball, the Pokemon famous for not liking being in a Pokeball.
This isn't Ash's Pikachu.
This isn't Ash's Pikachu.
Fair enough, but still.
Eevee looks really good though.
Eevee actually is
really
probably
good.
the best looking of like
And it's
singular Pokemon. of the
$60.
group.
It's
Yeah,
like
that's
actually
the
really
problem.
affordable.
It's $60.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a problem because it's a very easy pickup.
Yeah. Meanwhile, that Pikachu was $200.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this
Oh.
guy.
$200, and it's hideous.
I like the Legos that I can just buy in Walmart when I'm randomly there. Like
That's
I'm
what
not.
Eevee will
That's
be.
what that Eevee is for.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Give me
not
the
at,
Eevee
not
then.
at $60, man. You're paying Pokemon tax on that.
It's the Lego tax now. This is
500.
I mean, but yeah, but that's the problem. You're
yeah.
paying Lego and Pokemon tax. Like, I just,
So,
if
yeah,
I'm
so-
fine with paying one tax.
What is it? The rule of thumb is 10 cents a piece. So
Something like that.
587 pieces puts it at about $59. So I mean, it's
now this is $60 and the Zelda is double. It has 1,000 pieces and that's 120. So you're actually getting a deal with the Zelda one when you think, or actually getting a deal with this one comparatively. So
I don't know. The last Zelda one, it was 2 sets in one. No deal.
it was. Yeah. Now I have in my closet several unopened bags of Lego that I can't use.
Right. Oh, good times. But yeah, it's cool stuff. I'm pretty excited. I wish I could afford this guy. I mean, I probably could if I sold when I sell my Xbox. Rest in peace. But we'll see. This is
that is a second half of the year potential for like maybe, but not right now.
This is I'll check it out later. I mean, you look at like the Zelda one that when the Deco Tree went on sale, like you could get that for like $20-$30 off at Black Friday time frame. So I'm guessing this will be pretty similar. This will probably be around a lot more too. So I mean, what, $650 right now? I'm guessing, $575 could be. They lost Tim Dog and Dolly. Yeah, they lost me too. But yeah, cool stuff indeed. From that standpoint. So yeah, I know there's other like news out there, but I want to get into like the games and stuff we've been playing because there's a lot. And then we're gonna get into sort of our predictions and hype for 2026. But let's get with Zach, because Zach
I'm in debt.
Zach's in debt right here.
Ooh,
but
hey,
get my notebook out.
I remembered something. So like earlier this year, I was talking about making a video and I never said what it was because it fell apart. And I want to just kind of touch on that because it's really funny now when I'm thinking about it. So it was a Final Fantasy 14 video. I was going, so in that game, they have like a party finder for you to find parties to do dungeons and stuff, but people use it to advertise venues for their houses and stuff. So there's like role play places where people go to and you can hop servers and go visit people's houses and they're all themed and people are in character doing things. But within that, people have mods that change how characters look on a server basis, and then people have a shared mod folder so everyone can see each other's mods. And people do a lot of like really degen stuff, and I have a file full of videos of me hanging out talking to people. And when I was working on that, Square Enix, they're usually pretty chill about this kind of stuff. They actually like threatened to sue the people who were making this mod and stuff. So it kind of fell apart, but it would have been really funny because I was working on it and there were people having, sex and stuff. It was crazy.
Love
Anyways, yeah.
Speaking of people having e-sex, they had the adult island on Animal Crossing. And, and we missed out. They shut it down. Nintendo finally pulled the plug in like 4 years later. They let it go for that long.
When I hear
adult
island,
hit and they were like, "Oh God, wait a second."
Yeah. All right, so Zach,
games.
Let's start with Demonschool.
Demonschool. Oh my God. Pull up a video quick. So I talked about this one in my top 10 of the year. This is a game that I played at PAX when I went. It's awesome. It's really cool. It says an RPG with tactics. So it's not specifically a tactics RPG because it's not like a Final Fantasy tactics game. It's more so a like kind of like Might and Magic like 4, like the one on Xbox 360 with like the colors where you match. And there's like I forget what it's called, but it's like that. But basically, with this game, you're going to school, and there's like a whole demon thing, and the main character, she has been like trained in demonology and stuff, and like her family's weird, and they're convinced demons are real, and people are like, okay, whatever. But then you go to this island, things start getting crazy. And yeah, it's really awesome, really fun. What's cool about it is the combat. It takes place all in one turn. So like you kind of queue up moves for all your characters, like going on right here. And you can like each character has a different move set that is a strategic thing that you can use on the board. Like one character is a healer only, so they can't attack. So you're like, okay, if I need to heal, I need to line up my characters with her on this grid. And then you have a character that can push, and then the character who can like pull, and then characters who are really good at fighting. And then you can kind of combo them on the board. So you can like push an enemy into another person, then that procs an attack off of that person, and then you kind of just like figure out this whole strategy thing. So it's like a strategy game, but not in the tactics way, but it's still strategy, but it's really fast paced. But you plan out your turns one at a time. It's also kind of like Persona light too, not as like intense as a Persona, but it's really really cool. The dev team put in a ton of work, you can tell. But yeah, highly recommend Demonschool. Whew.
Excellent. Whew, that's a good one. All right. Let's move on to the next one here. You have, so you had a chance, you love your online RPGs, your MMOs. You get a chance to play the latest Guild Wars. You kind of hop back into Guild Wars, but the latest Guild Wars expansion, Visions of Eternity.
Visions of Eternity. Yeah, so MMOs right now are all the MMOs that have been around for like a decade plus, like Guild Wars, Final Fantasy 14, and even World of Warcraft. They're kind of in these weird lulls where they're kind of resetting everything because they've had stories set up for, you know, the past couple expansions, and like their big stories are ending. So all of them are kind of in this new kind of let's go to a new area type of thing. And this is Guild Wars' edition of that. And Guild Wars 2 is a really interesting MMO because it's one that things that you grind for never fall off in power. So like if you grind for a weapon that's an epic weapon, it'll always be good. So, and it encourages you to come back. And it encourages you to come back also with stuff like this, with the new story updates and stuff. And what is interesting really about Guild Wars that I love is like they have mounts and stuff. And the mounts are not like in other MMOs where they're just to make you faster. Like each mount does a different thing within the world. Because a big thing in Guild Wars 2 is like exploration, solving puzzles. Very like Breath of the Wild. Like this kind of did that first. Breath of the Wild kind of like just finding a puzzle. Like here, for example, that's a puzzle, like a jumping puzzle where you jump around and stuff. But like mounts will all be different. So there's like a mount that's like a beetle that has a big ball in front of it, and it's like it kind of makes all the geometry in the map be like a ramp, so you're kind of like skateboarding and like doing flips and stuff. One's like a rabbit that you jump around and you can jump higher. So like they always put these really cool things in all these expansions, and the new expansion for the story is very like it's very reminiscent of the last Final Fantasy expansion where you're going to this new island and it's like, oh, there's all these like local natives, and then you find out, oh, there's this rebel group and they're very technologically advanced, and this game handles that story better than Final Fantasy did. It's darker, it has really good writing, the bad guy is awesome. They show him in here, he's like a little short guy. But yeah, it's really cool. I mean, if you're a Guild Wars player, you've already bought it, right? So like games like this are so hard for me to review because I'm talking to people who aren't going to play through 5 expansions to get to this, right? But it's worth it if you're a player or a person who's like, ooh, I want to stop playing World of Warcraft. Like just get into Guild Wars 2. like, or just like get into whatever. But this is awesome. Definitely recommend it. They killed it. Good job. Next.
Excellent. All right, so we're gonna stay on the MMO-ish tip, and MMO style shooters from galaxies far, far away.
Man, this one's so hard to talk about because like I love Destiny. This is Destiny, by the way. It's not Star Wars for people who are uninformed. This is Destiny 2. Destiny, I love Destiny a lot. I love everything about this game, about this world. It's just so frustrating. uh how it's being handled, and it's being handled poorly because of so many cuts at Bungie, so many cuts at Sony. Like they're running on like a skeleton team. There's issues, and then there's also like kind of the thing with like corporations and how they move, where it's like, okay, there are issues here in this expansion. We'll fix them in the next expansion. Then the next expansion pops up and it's like, okay, well, there's more issues here, so we have to wait to fix them over here. So we have budget to allocate to fix whatever. And then there's also QA issues out the butt, whatever. But I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to be negative. I'm gonna say nice things maybe. So with this, so this is also interesting where we're having an MMO just ended its big storyline. It's coming into something new, and like these games, whenever these long term games that have been having these long stories that take place over a decade, they're having issues kind of pushing into something new. Like, okay, how do we establish something new and interesting to invest players? The last expansion, Edges of Fate or Edges of Eternity, I get it mixed up. I get it mixed up with the Magic the Gathering set. Anyways, with that, they kind of established a new storyline, a new thing with the 9. And you're kind of figuring things out, and then there's this where it's like, okay, we're still dealing with the 9, but we're also doing Star Wars stuff. So it's very, very confusing. It's like, okay, so this is like, and it's also the second expansion this year. It's a new thing they're doing where they're doing 2 expansions a year, but they're called mini expansions. And you pay full price for the mini expansions, which is very awesome. But yeah, it's so strange because like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is not Destiny, and this is also not Star Wars. It's kind of Destiny. It's kind of Star Wars. It's more Star Wars than Destiny. Why is this here? There is no reason, lore reason, story reason for any of this to even like exist. Like they could have just done their own kind of like Tatooine thing, but they're like, let's get Star Wars of all things, and they definitely wasted money to get that instead of using it to fix thousands of issues and get more people on their team that they fired or whatever. It's very frustrating. I don't recommend this, but if you're a Destiny 2 player, I recommend it because you're gonna play it. I mean, it's like, but if you're a new person, do not spend the $280 that you need to get caught up in this game. Okay, just stay away.
Stick to vanilla Destiny 2, I guess.
Stick to literally anything else. Like, but I love it.
True. Speaking of things you love Hammer and Wars.
Oh yeah,
you and Taylor were playing this Warhammer 40,000 Darktide. They had a Hive Scum.
Hive Scum, new class. Very interesting to me So this game's been out for like 4 years. Crazy. Very interesting to me to kind of do review codes based off of a class. But it's a good game. It's cool. It's so you think Left 4 Dead, but times 20 and with like Diablo like Diablo loot and class building and leveling up and stuff, and so it's very team based, very difficult. There's a bunch of there's four classes in the base game, 5 now with this. But yeah, like it's kind of hard to even like review it because I don't know what the game looked like 3 years ago or 2 years ago, right? So it's like, have the players have the players been waiting 4 years for a new class? Like, what's up? But there's so much content in this game. It's really fun. It's super fun to play. There's so many little mechanics that you have to learn and know to kind of progress through a level. There's so many different ways to kind of manipulate the AI to make sure you don't die, and then you're working with your friends. All the abilities are very symbiotic. They all kind of play off of each other.
You and Taylor had when you guys were playing. I was watching you guys. You had like other people that weren't there. Do other people hop in, or there were other characters or something that were hopping?
Yeah,
in,
so
right?
you can queue up like just you and your friend, and then throw in NPCs to play with you.
Okay, that's
and
what it was.
the NPCs suck. So eventually we started playing with other people, and that's a lot better. But it's not, But yeah, it's really like I would imagine having a full stack of friends, like all like 4 friends playing this together. It would be crazy. The kind of the other thing is it's kind of it crashed my PC twice. So there you go.
Excellent. That's
Hard
a good sign,
crash.
right?
Hard crash. I had to turn off the power switch on the back of my computer.
Excellent. A game that may not crash your computer, but may get you in trouble, especially if you're a card collector. It says the game is called, this is a long one, My Wife Threw Out My Card Collection, so I bought a dump to find them all. I specifically wanted you to review this because you're the card guy on staff. I'm like, let me see what Zach thinks of something like this.
Yeah, so this game is fun. It kind of lives in a weird spot in my mind because it's Will, the streamer I watch, he streamed this, and this is definitely a game that he would play, and I saw it, I was like, yeah. But yeah, basically you stand in front of trash, you hold left mouse button, and you pick up trash, and then you throw it away, and you get money. And then you use that money to like upgrade like how much trash you can carry or how much energy you have, or you can buy a dog, and the dog will sniff out rare things for you to pick up, and it's just an endless kind of, it's an incremental sort of game, so you're constantly getting trash, throwing stuff away, trading things in, leveling up, and then you buy beer to get your energy up. You're just kind of chilling. There's music in it that is really, I don't know if it's AI or not, but it's like, it's definitely the same person singing in all these songs, but they're all drastically different styles of music, and they're all specifically about being mad at your wife for throwing away your cards. It's really fun. It's really funny. And there's a portal you can unlock, so you can like drop a portal from farther end of the trash heap, and then put the portal exit by the trash can, so you get your money. You can just like start throwing trash. Yeah, it's really fun. If you want to like a mindless game, just kind of like zone out. Yeah, it's kind of hard not to recommend that one.
And finally, you had an indie game that you were playing, and I've heard a couple folks talking about it, but I want to get your opinion on Angeline Era. Did I pronounce it right? Angeline Era?
Yep, this is him. This is like my number 3 of the year, game of the year. Yeah,
that's what I heard talking about it.
This game is so good. It's so, as you guys may know, I'm a big fan of the East series. East 1 and 2 specifically are my favorites. They have this thing called bump combat where you run into things, and that's how you attack. So there's no attack button. So it kind of frees up your mind, kind of, but also it challenges you differently to like learn wherever the hitbox, like the hit boxes are on enemies and stuff. Anyway, so this game takes that kind of combat and elevates it. It adds to it. So as a big fan of East, I'm like, cool, like let's see what we can do here. And it's a very crazy full game. Like it's so full of content, it's insane. Go back. I want to highlight the map here. So the map, every square is potentially a like area that you can play. It should be an overworld kind of like Final Fantasy looking thing.
So
That's a town. That's a level. That's another
Mhm.
level. But yeah, so like every map, so the open world map, every square is a place you need to investigate to unlock a level here,
There we
right?
go.
So like all these are squares that you can investigate. So you go into a square, you investigate it, and there could be a level there. And these levels, once you beat them, will unlock areas of the map that you're close to. It's designed very well. So whatever you find, it'll unlock like, oh, here's a step to get up here, or oh, we'll open this here so you can go through. But there is no like one set way to go through the game either. It's very open ended. So you're just kind of carving your own path through the game, and you're going into these levels. You're fighting. You're getting things to level up your character. You're getting money to buy food that you need because in the maps there isn't a way to heal. You have to have food to heal at certain points. The combat is so fun. It's very hard. The map design is crazy. It's just really good. The story is awesome. Every level hidden in plain sight, as it says right here. Chart your own path. The game's maybe 40 hours. It's a lot of video game here. But to me, it's like a buffet. It's so good. And it's just awesome. I love this game a lot.
This
and it's
seems like the kind of game that I actually would be really into because I'm into, like you mentioned, ease, and I'm into ease. I'm into this style of exploration and sort of discovery, like you said. That the aspect of every square potentially being something is really intriguing to me.
Yeah, it feels like a game that like I played when I was a kid, but it's not a real game. It kind of just has that like this is like it has that like warm, comforting, nostalgic feeling for something that I've never like experienced before. And there's also a farming mode too. Like when you go to bed, you kind of go into this dream realm, and there's like a farm, and there's things that you do there to level up your characters, and there's characters that you have met throughout the story that show up in your dreams. Here, that's that.
Okay.
And there's more to unlock. It's very just kind of it's weird. It's intentionally designed to be obtuse, like in its design. It's just such a fun world, just kind of like dig your hands into. It's made by like 2 people, which is crazy. Yeah, but
And it has
this
that
game
PS1 era style visuals too.
so good.
Angeline Era, nice.
I'm free.
It's it. You're out of review jail, baby.
Yeah, it's starting 2026 fresh.
Yeah, that we're gonna load him up with more.
There you
go. Who wants to go next? I have some show and tell, but I can if other folks have something.
Does anybody have like a real review game that they gotta talk about?
JJ,
I've got one.
You've got one. Is it the
it's the
one?
blind. It's the clean.
All right, so JJ, you've reviewed a very intriguing style game.
Yeah, there is no trailer to play for this. There's no way you could.
Trailer, but there's nothing to see in the
nothing
trailer.
To see. The game itself does have a sort of like streamer mode where the people kind of
where they turn off all the licensed music.
Yeah.
No, it's it's Cling to Darkness.
Blindness. Cling to
Blindness. Yes. It is a audio only game, horror game, so you know it's good. And so its gimmick is they even want you to set it up, and if you play it, I highly recommend following the rules of you put on a blindfold and play this game. So it's you are taking on a ritual, and this ritual they blindfold you and just sort of set you loose in the forest, and you have to. It does a Slender Man thing. You're looking for 5 talismans, while also sort of being pursued by an entity. So it's the gameplay is really simple. You put on your headset, it's stereo, and you move the mouse left and right. You're just sort of echolocating. You're listening for chimes. When you sort of feel like you've zeroed it in, you click the mouse and you kind of move forward. And eventually you'll zoom it in and you'll get to the objective. I mean, it's definitely a novel. So basically getting to the objective turns the page, at some points you're going to be pursued and you'll hear footsteps behind you, and it is your job to get away from those footsteps until you don't hear the footsteps anymore and you're clear, and then you can move on again. If the footsteps catch up to you, it's game over. And that's the game. It is story driven. It has got really good. The main character's voice acting's really good. The secondary character's voice acting is kind of all over the place, but still pretty good. And that's pretty much it. It can be really tense because you are just kind of listening. It's only an hour.
Oh,
so
cool. Perfect.
It's perfect length for this kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, I think you just get it. Just get it. And experience it yourself. I tried to be as vague as possible about what's going on, but there's only so much. With so little there is in the game itself, outside of the story, it's hard to really dig deep into it. But it gets stressful. I mean, like if you have a problem with darkness or sort of constriction,
and you played this on Steam?
Steam, yes, it is. Okay. It is. You're not really going to be able to play it on anything else because it is just like a mouse game. It really is just kind of, you're using the mouse to sort of use echolocation. You're kind of a bat in a sense. But
cool. I'm gonna try this.
It's good. It's a good story and it plays out really well. And it's like I said, does have a sort of streamer mode, where the screen will actually show the people watching you, where the footsteps are following you and where your objective is and where you are. It doesn't show where like the walls that are kind of fakely set up or everything, but okay. I'm not saying you can't use the Steam Deck. It will run on the Steam Deck. It's just like the way the game plays is not controller based. And using
playable on Steam Deck.
Yeah, because it does have the virtual mouse, but I can't really imagine that being super intuitive. I just plug a mouse in. It's mouse based. Just plug a mouse into your Steam Deck and however you can with a dock or whatever and do it that way. But it's definitely doesn't. I tried to play it without the headphones on, and you really lose a lot of the game if you're just listening to it over speakers.
Yeah. And it sounds like a game you kind of have to play alone in that case, because she did tell me to buy it, and I did buy it. But it doesn't sound like a game that we could play like together, because I think you do need the headphones to like really be able to find.
Yeah, because it is stereo, it is binaural. So
she can use my computer and just play it while I'm working tomorrow.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's not a well-traveled concept, and I think there's a successful version of it. So yeah,
cool.
Hell yeah.
Non-review code game I've been playing is that new Terminator 2D.
Oh yeah, Dark Fate, is that what it was?
No Fate.
Oh, No Fate. Sorry.
Yeah, I think Dark Fate was the movie.
Oh.
That's weird that they've got names so close to each other, but
well, because Fate is sort of like the buzzword of that's like its entire point is Fate.
Yeah,
so they try to shove Fate as often into anything.
I don't think I've watched past Terminator 2. I should probably
you don't need to.
That.
No, yeah, no.
You're not missing out on anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't even. I was thinking, like, was there one that was even kind of enjoyable? And it's like, no.
I thought people liked 3.
No, not really. 3 was dumb.
Yeah, not really.
3. But the only reason people like 3 because 3 had the sexy female Terminator.
Oh, yeah. I love 3. I'm just
But nah, that's a really good, it pulls off the 16-bit / arcade aesthetic really well. It has like, it reminds me a lot of, I'm trying to think of there are some games like it's like a little bit of Sunset Riders, it's a little bit of everything, and it's just a really good like that era arcade game. Like it is one of those like we are retelling, it's Terminator 2 retold with some new bits thrown in, and
That's
digitized
crazy.
characters, and it's such a good version of Terminator 2. It looks good, it sounds good. Look at that.
It has a Genesis ass design, which I love.
So good, and it like
Whoa!
and it like homages so many different things. There's like there's like a light gun style sequence. This has
naked Arnold.
Okay, so listen, this is a bit of a spoiler, but it's not really a spoiler. That bar room scene has one of the funniest like moments in it, because it's a very, very, very expensive moment
Cool.
that makes no, like, it's like, I don't know why you spent this much money for it, but you go into the bar, and I forget. Yeah, if you watch Terminator 2, when he goes into the bar, it's the country song that's playing in the Cadillacs and whatever is blaring in the bar, which is funny enough. But but if you walk past the jukebox in the bar and punch it, it changes the song to Bad to the Bone.
What?
And it just keeps playing for the rest of the level, and it's just like, you paid money for 2 songs to be in this game, and you could completely just skip past the Bad to the Bone thing. It's so funny. It made me laugh my ass off.
I love that. This game's cool. This game's super. If you like Terminator 2, this game kicks ass, and it has multiplayer or multiplayer.
I have no idea. I doubt it. I didn't try. I just play single player, and I can't think of there being a multiplayer option on this title screen.
They need to let the RoboCop people who are making those new games make a Terminator game.
Oh god, that'd be so sick.
Yes.
Hey, listen, the last Terminator, that the Resistance or whatever the hell that game is, actually not that bad. That FPS that came out a handful of years ago, that's actually pretty good.
We made a freaking RoboCop statue we have here. We're ready to go.
Listen, that RoboCop game, man. If none of you have played that RoboCop game, is extremely good.
Okay.
Like, not even, I'm not joking. That is a killer game. It is such it's better than like most RoboCop stuff in general. But yeah, that game's extreme, and the DLC is really good too.
The roguelike DLC.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, was it Rogue City or something?
Rogue City. Yeah,
that's a good name.
Sweet.
For a roguelike RoboCop, Rogue City
there you go.
Perfect.
I've got a quick show and tell review. I have to make myself largy here. Oop, there we go. Bam. Venti size. So,
let's Grinta, please.
My favorite video game controller of all time, the Switch 2 Pro. This is the Pro Controller 2 is pretty fantastic. It really is just a wonderful piece of kit, right? Well, it's also $90 fucking, and you get pretty expensive pretty quick. Of course, there's tons of stuff in it. We've been lucky enough to review stuff from Snakebite. They've sent us like cases and all that kind of stuff. They're sort of a budget company, but they also produce controllers, and they produce controllers for the Switch and the Switch 2, among other things. And they sent over a couple controllers for us to review. And I thought, let's take a look at these guys and see how they compare. And I've got to say, so this controller, it looks like pretty standard, pretty clean. Yeah. The cool aspect of it, let's see if I got any power. Yeah, there we go. It lights up. Whoa. It's very nice, actually.
A video game controller with RGB.
With RGB. I do love the the perimeter lighting.
Yeah, like piping. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I can go with just the perimeter lighting and not the button.
Yeah, and exactly. You can change the colors. It's like this weird. You got to hold the button in the back, and then you got to press something up, and then left and right, and hold something. So there's a little bit of work that takes to change the color, but you can change the color. It's not reactive, so it's not like it's gonna listen to, stuff that you're hearing. It doesn't care if there's audio coming through the bottom, but everything's here. It doesn't have NFC, obviously. Doesn't have gyro, which kind of sucks because playing Splatoon 3, I have been playing gyro, and that's a great way to aim. Even with like Doom, it's a great way to aim, is to do those little incremental movements. So it's missing those. It's very light. It's lighter than the Switch 2 Pro controller by a smidge. So you could definitely tell the difference. But one thing I do appreciate, so you can program it slightly there's like little sliders in the back, like turbo and non-turbo, off.
Not tournament legal. Sorry.
Not tournament legal. There's these little buttons on the back that you can, obviously the Switch 2 Pro controller has the buttons back there. These are a little bit more in the middle, so for me, my middle finger lands pretty nicely there. But you can lock them out with these switches. Same thing with these upper ones. Now, these upper ones are interesting because they don't lock out something. They change They change it from a digital to an analog cushy. So obviously, the Switch 2 controller,
it's just digital. Yeah.
It's still just digital, but it's got a cushy analogish feel. So it's really just depending on how you want to utilize it. Right?
That would mess me up.
Finally play Mario Sunshine the way it's meant to be played.
There you go.
Yeah, but without the advantage of it, because it still doesn't make it analog.
It doesn't make it analog, but it feels cushy. It is kind of a nice little feature, but it's just preference. It's totally just preference. Nice controller.
That makes me feel like they make that same controller for another platform. There's a PC version of that.
Yeah, you can use this on the PC. They also sent the RGB. It's called just the RGB. It's clear as hell.
I love these. The cheap controllers with the clear plastic and cool.
This one's more expensive, and it only has lights around the perimeter, but it's meant for you to kind of see all the insides of it. Again, you can change the color. It uses a different button combination to change the colors. Again, you have to kind of do a claw to do stuff. But it has I love looking at the motors inside, whirring and moving and that kind of stuff. I'm not the biggest fan of these things from a usability standpoint, because in order to get these to function like you'd want a clear controller, which is completely clear, you have to get rid of texture, which means it ends up feeling, it's very slippery and feels cheaper. Meanwhile, this actually has some nice textures on the back and good grain. This says 0 grain on it, 0 texture. Feels like it just came out of the mold. And it's so plasticky that it feels like a little bit of like oil or grease from my skin is going to get on this, and it's never going to not feel that way. Granted, both these have Hall effect sticks. The sticks feel really nice. They actually feel better than Nintendo's own in terms of like the snapbacks. It's pretty good that way. Here's the biggest issue. There are two. One is that and maybe both these are related to how Nintendo functions with their operating systems. Bluetooth wise, you need to use a dongle to use these on your Switch 2. You can use them with Bluetooth just directly to your Switch or to your PC, but on a Switch 2, you have to plug in whether USB-C or just the regular little adapter. You have to plug this into the top of your Switch 2.
Oh no!
Oh, the top. Okay.
Or the bottom. I mean, really, if this is in the dock where you're probably going to use it, this sucker's going to be sticking out. Or you can go off to the side. Obviously, you can plug it in the side. Unfortunately, I have a USB cord already plugged into the side. That's my charging cord. So, it's not ideal at all. The other issue is it comes with the USB cord that you plug into the side. And you need that to register the controller first. However, if you plug it into the USB cord again to charge it while it's not on, it will lose the ability. Like a second time plug-in for me lost the ability to wake the Switch from sleep. So I had to manually walk across the room, turn the Switch on, grab the controller, and then hit the buttons to get it. So I think it's a Nintendo operating system issue.
I don't. Yeah, I that feels like them. I'll say it outside of the review
Sure.
section
Okay.
for you.
The other problem is that the second problem that I have with it is that the lag stinks. Like there is milliseconds of lag where you're not gonna be able to do it with Smash Brothers. You cannot play Smash Brothers with this. I was trying to play some Smash. Everything else is pretty good. If it's a kid playing, if a kid got like a 12, 13-year-old kid, 11-year-old kid got this for Christmas because they needed a second controller because they're gonna play Mario or they're gonna play, that's fine. I think it'll be totally okay with that. But if you're playing a very intense game, like Mario Kart was okay, was fine with this, but Smash Brothers and Street Fighter, I could not use this controller wirelessly because that lag was just noticeable enough where it was completely throwing me off. Again, it has to do with this, I'm pretty sure. Some of that is Nintendo's issue with their operating system because it did break a lot of accessories when they upgraded their OS, and that stinks all to high heaven. So folks are scrambling to get that to function. They also sent over the little, we have the dog bone or the dog face, right, for the little adapter. But this is a charging one, which is kind of nice. So you could put your Switch controller in here, and then plug this in with the USB-C and actually use it. So I never had a charging one. This is fine. You do have to kind of pop it open, which is weird with the little thing at the bottom here because it goes into the side. So it's a good thing. They won't fall out, but a little extra step. But other than that, I mean, it's just nice to have a little charging dock thingy. Get one. I don't know why Nintendo doesn't include it with theirs, but whatever. Last but not least, I know why. Money. Last but not least, they also sent over a charging station for Joy-Con. It's very nice, very sexy looking. Look at that cool RGB lights. You plug the Joy-Con in there.
Exactly. It looks like Ghost from Destiny.
There you go. Plug a Joy-Con in there, and that little light lets you know, hey, that one's charging. Now, here's the problem, right? You can plug it in there. Doesn't fit anywhere else. The magic of the original Switch 2, and again, this is a Nintendo issue. The original Switch 2, you could slide these on any side on any of these chargers. I'm hopeful that Snakebite and other companies will come up with ways where you could put these on either side and it'll sit and charge, because as you all know, I lost one of my Joy-Cons on a plane and I had to buy a second one, a new one. No big whatever. I hate to spend an extra $50, whatever. But when we're going to get more colors, they did release new colors, but only this stupid part, not the actual Switch.
Yeah.
You're going to end up with times where you want to color coordinate. Like I have two different Zelda Joy-Cons. I have the cool blue ones from Skyward Sword, and I have the ones that came with my Zelda OLED, and I mix and match them. Can't really do that if you're
funny
it's
because
just really weird because
the system itself does. Like that's
yes,
because that Nintendo Welcome thing showed you can put these on upside down and the system even recognizes that you put it on upside down. It's so funny.
So kind of weird. I wish that would companies would fix it. I'm not buying any new Joy-Con anytime soon. Have no need to, because I can use my old Switch 1 Joy-Con on this on the Switch 2. So at least somewhat. So yeah. Anywho, thank you to Snakebite. Cool looking controller. It feels nice. Same with the other one right here. Just design issues with the lag and with the connectivity.
Is the plastic feel of the controller good? That's like
this one is great. This one feels fantastic. It feels like an actual premium controller. This one, no, because it's slick. It doesn't, I actually would have liked to have a little bit of a sandblast on the back here. Maybe instead of fully transparent on the back, maybe it's like translucent or it's got something on there to do it. But this one feels absolutely terrific. It doesn't. It's actually because of the textures they're using, the back of it feels, maybe the whole thing actually feels better than the Pro Controller. Pro Controller just has a real simple, flat, matte grain around it. This actually has some stippling in the back. So yeah.
Yeah, my issue with like other third-party controllers is they feel like a Tesla, like where they like crunch whenever you like push.
Yeah,
on,
no,
you know?
nothing. There is no crunching. These are solid as hell. Even you'd think even with the lights in there would be an issue, but I will say these things they will activate so quickly that I have to. That's the nice thing about the lock. You put the lock on and you cannot activate them. So I just had the lock on these things, and it is because of where they've kind of put them and how they've designed them. You have to push quite a ways on the Pro Controller 2. But these, because they kind of stick out a little bit, you activate them a little easier, unfortunately. But anyways, yeah, that's my thank you, Snakebite. I have my written review with photographs up there. I'll append this video to it. Anybody else have anything they're playing?
Anyways, as I was going to say, now that we're out of the review section, I wanted to say, I wonder if they're trying to get around something, and that's why the software stuff is so weird. Because I've used plenty of third-party controllers on the Switch too, and it's never been that.
So the very first thing you have to do with this is there's a big yellow sticker in the box that says you must update the firmware before you plug this into the Switch too. And I have that in my review. You cannot use them unless you update these. And I'm like, well, why'd you put out a product that you couldn't use on the device until you update it? And updating it is a chore, because I basically live off my Mac, and we were out of town in Chicago, and I had to find a PC because it's only a PC executable firmware update, not a Mac executable. So I had to go to Snakebite's website and on somebody else's computer, plug the dongle in, plug the USB. I think it was this thing had to be plugged in first, or sorry, this one had to be plugged in first to switch to one. And then you plug the dongle in second, because you have to update the dongle as well. And then you put the dongle in this, and there's like a whole process to it. So it was way too complex for what it needs to be.
I'm not saying anything, but also I am saying that this kind of reeks of some sort of weird drop shipping PCB situation with these things.
There's a very high chance that somebody buying this wouldn't have a computer at all. I mean, like, I know you were like, oh, I only have my Mac, and like that's a problem. Yes, they should have a Mac like updater, but
this is a Chinese product that they're not allowed to sell in China because there's no Switch 2 in China. And
there you go.
There's some more.
No, I mean, nice design, nice lighting features. I just wish that a little bit of care was taken into the whole back end side of it. But who else has anything before we move on?
Sam, T-Dog, anything?
I'll just very quickly say my wife and I beat Peak. Nice. The easiest difficulty, but we got to the peak. We made it up there. We had a great time with it. If anybody wants to play on the next game night or anything, we will try to get you guys up there.
And that started because of game night, right? None of us had played it, and game night we all picked it up, and that's a blast.
And it was literally a week later. We finished it yesterday, which would have been Thursday night, and game night was last Thursday. So it took us about a week. And like I said, it was on Tenderfoot, the easiest difficulty. There's apparently more difficulties higher than like the default, and I don't care about that. If I'm going to play it again, it will probably be on Tenderfoot again, just because it's still hard even on that. Like, I mean, we had our struggles, but I just want to have a good time. I don't want to like get to like the third biome and like eat it and then be mad because I wasted an hour. But I enjoyed it. It's a great game. It's really fun to play with friends. So next game night, if anybody wants to play it, we'll get as high as we can. Maybe we'll make it all the way up there.
Sweet. Okay. Anything for you, Sam?
Nope. No.
Okay.
Love it. Perfect.
How's Zenless treating you?
Zenless is great. I mean, I've been playing games, but nothing like for review. Like, if you want to, I downloaded Red Dead again to go look at all the mystery stuff that everybody's been talking about.
Oh yeah, those
spiderwebs.
That's about it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let's get into 2026. Hey, wait a minute. We're already here. 2026. there are obviously a few games coming out that we know of. There's some stuff that we think is coming. I'm going to posit us this question and ask. We need predictions. We always kind of go with some game predictions throughout the year. Usually beginning of the year, and then we do one around formally E3 timeframe. But I figured let's do some game predicting. I'm going to pull up the 2026 in games list from our friends at Game Informer, who, by the way, second issue is out. I bought the second issue from the newsstand. Nice. Very cool. I love to see their stuff.
I came prepared. I wrote my own list of the
nice.
games I'm most excited.
I wrote mine furiously like a half hour before the show started. And it was literally just like if I recognized the name and I knew I was excited for it, I wrote it down, which unfortunately works against indies because sometimes I forget like what the game is until I see some footage of it.
Yeah.
But you know what? This isn't the list of the only things I'm buying this year. So
well, then I'm going to let you go first with your predictions, Bub, because I need to buy some time.
Okay. I don't know about predictions. I guess as the new Kingdom Hearts guy, because Zach is the old Kingdom Hearts guy. I do think we're going to see something from Kingdom Hearts 4 this year. I feel like it's been a while since we had that initial trailer. They canceled Missing Link, which then gave us a few more screenshots, which wasn't much to chew on. I think it really just depends on if they can get the third Final Fantasy remake out the door this year, because I think that I feel like that's probably what's clogging up the pipeline on that stuff, because I'm sure Nomura's busy with that and he's always like juggling multiple hats. So hopefully we see something of 4 this year. I'm not expecting a release this year. I'm thinking 2027 at the earliest, but probably more like 2028 or maybe even beyond that, who knows. But it's been in development for a while and they haven't said anything has gone wrong with it. It's just and I don't know what canceling Missing Link has done with the story, because I'm sure that there would have been some important story in there. And they've got to find a way to get the other mobile game stories in a more digestible format that is not a fan dub on YouTube. Thank you, Damo, for that fan dub, though, because that is great. But that's kind of like the main thing that I'm thinking of like predictions of this year. I've got it on like my list of like games that I'm excited for. But I'm hoping that we get that Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake that has been in limbo for years. I'm hoping that'll actually come out this year, because that is somewhere the to be announced section of this list is quite large, but there's not a lot of stuff has release dates yet. I can go through like the list of games that I've made note of. I don't know if we're going to read through all of these.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I'm probably not going to play it at release because I'm working through the series in my own way. But we are getting that Yakuza Kiwami 3 on February 12th. So that's really early this year. It's got the new Darktide side story where you get to play as the main villain, Mine. I forget his first name, but I liked Yakuza 3 more than most. It is definitely a rough game, and that transition from, if you're playing the series like 0, Kiwami 1, Kiwami 2, that transition down to 3 is real rough. But I still had fun with it. And I do think probably this transition from Kiwami 3 to like regular 4 will be less rough. I enjoyed 4 quite a bit. But there's also been a lot of controversy with this because one of the actors in the game has some allegations or actual convictions of some not great stuff. Japan, I guess, doesn't care and is in the game anyway. So there's a lot of people boycotting it. The like main guy that like does like game FAQs for Yakuza, Sirik Z, he's not writing a guide for Kiwami 3 because of that. So that's actually a pretty big deal. But no, I'll check it out at some point, just probably not at release because I'm so far behind on stuff, and I'll wrap back around to it. Next up for me would be Resident Evil Requiem, which comes out on the 27th of February. I may or may not play this at release, depending on a bunch of different circumstances. Right now, I've been playing through the series. I'm near the end of like the first Resident Evil remake as Chris. I played the original as Jill, so kind of getting that little flip flop. So I'm excited for it. I did watch that showcase earlier today while my wife was out running errands. So it looks good. I'm excited to play as Grace. I'm excited to play as Leon. I'm just kind of ready to get in there and check it out. They've been kind of hush hush about it, which is
Mm-hmm.
cool. They've done a demo for I think almost every Resident Evil game since 7, and there's not going to be one for this one, allegedly.
That's awesome.
So
He told us not to tell his wife, but he did order both watches.
oh yeah, those watches are super expensive. I don't know anything about watches. My wife's grandmother made a comment the other day. I'm like, "Oh, you don't wear a watch?" I'm like, "Nope, I just use my phone like a normal, like a modern millennial." But and I can't figure out if I would like or want a smartwatch. But no, I'm excited for it. Like I said, I might play a release. I do have like the deluxe edition pre-ordered, but it just depends on some stuff. So maybe, and if I do play it, I'll like keep going with like the series and wrap back around to 9 and probably play it again afterwards. Next up for me would be Pokemon Poketopia, the Animal Crossing, except you play as a Ditto game. I don't know if I would actually play it, but this is one that I would like kind of just be interested to hear my wife's thoughts on it. Maybe we could even get her back on the show because she's kind of the Animal Crossing person, even though she hasn't checked out the New Horizons update. She's steadfast, like original Animal Crossing fan. But I think it's a neat idea because I feel like if any other Nintendo franchise could pull off the Animal Crossing kind of vibe, it would be Pokemon. And I'm kind of interested to see what they do with it. The Ditto becoming a human thing is like always something I'm like, oh, that's weird. I like that.
I kind of wish it would lean into because like the Mystery Dungeon games gives the Pokemon all really fun personalities.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of wish it would like play in that sandbox a little bit where they all like you're a Ditto, you understand what they're saying.
Yeah, let them talk. I don't know if I can't even remember if they do talk in the
Mystery Dungeon games. They all talk to each other.
Yeah.
But like it's like yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one that I'm curious about, and like that's kind of like even like just curious about. Like I've thrown it on this list. But this one I'll probably definitely get when it releases. The Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly remake. Fatal Frame has always been a series that I've been like curious about, but never really jumped into. I think I bought the first Fatal Frame on PS3 whenever it was like a PS2 classic or whatever on there, but we didn't get super deep into it. But no, this looks neat. This will definitely. It seems like the best like gateway into Fatal Frame because it seems like 2 is the best. That everybody considers. So, it looks good, and I don't see anything problematic about it. I'll check it out. I like horror games. Not much to say there. I'm ready to take some pictures of ghosts as weird little Japanese twins.
Nice.
Mouse PI for Hire. This one looks neat.
Yeah.
It's that like rubber hose, old cartoon first person shooter. And I'm not a super big like first person guy, but like you can't ignore an art style like that. Like that looks just so fun. And as soon as I saw the name, I was like, wait, is that? And then like I Googled it to make sure. I was like, oh yeah, that one. That one looks really neat. And then another one that I probably won't get at launch, but I'm definitely curious about the Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection. I'm a big Battle Network guy. That's kind of like my Mega Man. I never got super into like the platformers or anything, but I love the Battle Network games. Need to get through the whole Legacy Collection because I've only played like a little bit of it. But knowing that Star Force is kind of like the spiritual successor of Battle Network. I've never touched a Star Force game, so I'm curious about it. I'll check it out. If I go on like a huge Mega Man binge and play all the Battle Network games, I'll definitely pick this up after and check it out.
Mr. Sleepy Man? What the hell? Like, March 17th, Mr. Sleepy
March 17th.
Yeah,
right
tell me about
PAX.
Mr. Sleepy Man.
Yeah, I gotta go with Mr.
PAX. Good choices.
Right,
Good choices
right before Pragmata. I'm pretty excited for that one.
Yeah, me
that
too.
was the 24th. Speaking of Mega Man, good on them for not just making it a secret Mega Man game like some people were thinking, because they could have gone that route, and I don't think it would have been the worst thing in the world. But then they reveal that they're actually working on a Mega Man game, and it's like, okay, that's cool. This frees up Pragmata to be whatever it wants to be, and it looks neat. I'm waiting for the demo to come out on PS5. It's on Steam right now, but I would PS5 is where I'm going to play it. I want to see how it runs on there. I'll definitely at least check out that demo and give my thoughts whenever it comes out, but they haven't given a release date. Next up, I'm actually really excited for this one. 007 First Light, which is 527. I like James Bond quite a bit. After Sean Connery died, I actually ended up buying a Blu-ray set of the entire James Bond series, and we just ended up watching all of them. And it timed it out to be just in time to like go see the newest one in theaters. It was perfect. It was a fun time. Got us through like a lot of like rough moments and stuff. So I really like James Bond. It's fun. So I'm really excited to check out a proper game that it feels kind of like Uncharted-y, and I'm a sucker for Uncharted. I love Uncharted. I think it's like probably mixed with like some Hitman stuff, with like the way you kind of like have options to run around and have different ways to do stuff. But I'm a sucker for those kinds of games with like cinematic, like action, Hollywood blockbuster essentially type games. So I'm thinking that one's gonna be pretty good. I'll probably enjoy it quite a bit. And having like a James Bond origin story is different. The movies never really got into that except for like a little bit of Casino Royale, but even like he seems more green than he was in Casino Royale. So very excited to check that out. This one I actually had to add on to my list because it was not on Game Informer's list. Bluey's Quest for the Golden Pin. June 25th is the console release. It is out on mobile right now. But I have a 2-year-old. She's going to be almost 3 by the time this game comes out. She loves Bluey. I need something that's not just repeating episodes of Bluey and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse to keep her entertained. She is getting better about movies, which is fun. We've been watching like Toy Story and a bunch of other like classic Disney movies and stuff. But she enjoyed the original Bluey video game, just Bluey the video game. But it was really simple. It was them moving around the house, just really light, like puzzle solving, mini game kind of stuff. This one is like it has the art style of like that one episode where they're like drawing and like kind of telling like a little story and stuff, so, which I think will free the gameplay up quite a bit to be more interesting for an adult that has to be the gateway to this for a child that's probably not quite ready to play it herself yet. So I think it'll be fun. I'm ready to check out another Bluey game. Like, why not? Like I said, it's on mobile now, but that's not helpful to me. I don't want her crowding me on my phone while I'm trying to play it. And then the last one that has a date before we get into the undated first, I just threw it on here because we're all going to be talking about it when it comes out. Grand Theft Auto 6 in November, end of the year. I'm not the biggest Grand Theft Auto guy. I had 4 and never really played a lot of it whenever I was a teenager. 5 came with my PS4 and we played it and enjoyed it a lot. But then the gap between 5 and 6 has been like so big, and I've never gone back and replayed 5 that I'm just kind of like, okay, great, sure. But it's also as Grand Theft Auto 6, I feel like if I don't talk about it a little bit, it'll feel like I'm being it definitely like the FOMO there is real. Like it's like I guess I'll get it just to see, just to join in the conversation. I mean, like it's probably going to be a good game and I'll probably have a good time with it. It's just like I'm not foaming at the mouth like a lot of people. And I don't blame anybody for foaming at the mouth about it. It's just not super my wheelhouse, but also whatever, I'll check it out. It's also not completely outside of the wheelhouse. All right, the undated stuff now. There's a lot of undated stuff on the list on Game Informer's website because I think they even noted at the top there they didn't even, if it doesn't have like a firm date, they just put it in the unlisted section because I think some of these like have like maybe
so many on
like
here.
Release windows. Halo campaign evolved. It's Halo on PlayStation 5. I'm gonna play it for the gimmick. Like, why not? That's just gonna be neat. Marvel's Wolverine. I love all the Spider-Man games. I think Insomniac is probably doing the best stuff with the Marvel license right now. So I'm interested to check out Wolverine. It's kind of a no-brainer there. Like I mentioned earlier, the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake. Really hoping that comes out this year. I have a lot more hope for it than the rumored Black Flag remake. I'm not the biggest fan of whatever Ubisoft is doing right now. I was a big like Prince of Persia, Assassin's Creed mark, like way back whenever like all that stuff was in its heyday. But like I've not enjoyed the RPG stuff. But you can't really RPGify Prince of Persia. I shouldn't say that because they'll find a way.
Guess
But
what, buddy?
Yeah.
oh no, there's a skill tree now. Son of but assuming they don't do something like that, I did replay Sands of Time like right before the Game Awards, hoping and completely missing the mark on them maybe like having a date or something there. But that game still holds up so well, and I'm excited to just play it with better graphics and improved controls and maybe some like edits to the story to like make things flow a little better. Just because some of the stuff between the prince and Farah escalates very quickly. uh, And then next up, Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy. I really loved both Plague Tale games. They were a fantastic time. And like we kind of ended up playing it on a whim because I got the first Plague Tale for free on PlayStation Plus at some point. And we were literally just scrolling through like my library, like looking for a game to play. I'm like, oh, this looks neat. Let's check this out. And then bam, like right before the second game released too, which was perfect. Um, and I'm interested to see where they go with this because it's not like continuing the storyline of the second one. I think it's even going further back in time. I can't remember now, but whatever. There's going to be rats and stuff. I'm into that. Like those games are fun. Rhythm Heaven Groove. Mostly just put this on here for my wife because I know she's a big Rhythm Heaven fan. But like, I like a good rhythm game. I'll probably play it some too. I'm just excited that they're making a new one because it's good to just revive old franchises like this every now and then. I don't think I've ever really given Rhythm Heaven like a good chance. I feel like maybe I've played a demo in like a Walmart or something before. Like
those games will make you cry. Games will make you cry. It's crazy.
Man, I don't think I've ever been madder at a video game in my life in the positive way. That I have with Rhythm Heaven. Like those games,
emotional.
The perfect rhythm game.
It truly is.
I'm excited. I do like a good rhythm game. I love rhythm games, like mini games and like other games, like the karaoke and Yakuza and stuff like that. Anytime it pops up, like I'm usually pretty good at it. Full rhythm games I haven't played as much. I have like Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm and played it a little bit. I did, of course, play Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory because I'm a freaking mark for Kingdom Hearts. and
it's lore relevant. Don't let them tell you it's not.
I mean, it's like 30 minutes at the end of the game, but it is. So and it's actually a really good rhythm game.
It's awesome.
But no, I'll check out Rhythm Heaven. That sounds great.
Cool.
The Adventures of Elliot the Millennium Tales. I did play the demo of this whenever it came out, like like last summer or whatever. But it was a good time. I really enjoyed that demo, and I've been looking forward to the full release. They haven't said anything about it since that demo came out, but whatever. I enjoyed the demo. I'll check it out. Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis. I like Tomb Raider. I definitely want to get around to playing some of the older ones. Like bare minimum, I'd like to give the Survivor trilogy like a good playthrough. Yeah, I did talk about the Elliot demo on the podcast. And I enjoyed it there. But Tomb Raider, like I said, bare minimum, I like to play the Survivor trilogy. Maybe I'll try to get through all of them. That's kind of like I've got a lot of I want to play this whole series projects right now. Maybe I need to stop, but also I'm weirdly obsessive about that stuff. So who knows? But it also depends on when because they haven't dated it yet at all. They just said 2026. So it depends on what the date is. If it's like December, like whatever, I can probably get through all those Tomb Raider games by then, maybe. And then finally, Trails in the Sky second chapter. Absolutely love. I'm ready to get into the Trail series. As I said, I've played the original second chapter before, and that was kind of like we played those and like, okay, let's take a break. And then I think we tried to play the third one, and it was super different. I'm like, okay, this is weird. And then we never went back to it. And then they announced the remakes. So very excited to check out second chapter. Because that's where the story really gets good. Everybody always says oh yeah, first chapter is real slow and a lot of build up and stuff. Second chapter, it takes off, and I'm excited to see that with all the updates to stuff and the voice acting and everything. So yeah, that's my list. Also, that's probably going to come out probably around the same time as first chapter. If I had to guess, I'm predicting a September release for that one. That's the one I have a good firm prediction for. But
You never know with those guys, man. They'll just
Yeah,
drop
right.
it randomly. It's crazy.
Hey,
Tomorrow we got a review
yeah.
code for it.
all right. Hey, Sam, what are some of your predictions and hypes for the coming year?
Predictions.
Yeah.
The Steam Deck comes out, or I'm sorry, the Steam machine or whatever we're calling it comes out, and it's too expensive for everybody's taste. Including their VR headset and that controller, I think is probably going to be out of some people's reasonable requests. Also,
Dude, RAM 32 gig with 32 megs of RAM went from like $75 to $360 almost overnight.
If people think $1,000 Steam machine is going to be a hard pill to swallow, wait until that controller is $250.
I would like that stuff, but yeah, if it's gonna be out of my
Yeah, I would like that stuff too. I'm sure a lot of people would,
Yep.
and no one's gonna buy it potentially. But yeah, I mean, the problem with video games nowadays is the games that I'm gonna be most excited for come, this time next year, are gonna be games that I didn't know about right now.
Yep.
Including a game that got announced today, which is 4x4 in a furniture store by the creator of Parking Garage Rally Circuit. So like, yeah, I mean, there's some stuff. Did you mention Eugenics? That game's coming out shortly.
It's true, yeah.
It's a RPG about maybe illegally breeding cats. I'm trying to find my list here. I'm not trying to give too much away because we've got this fantasy draft to do at some point.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, and I mean, there's some more obvious stuff like Grand Theft Auto. Forza Horizon 6 is in Japan.
Yeah.
I mean, JDM cars are where it's at. So, yeah. I've been grotesquely into Arc Raiders, so I'm kind of interested in Marathon. Since you did mention Zenless, there is Arknight's Enfield that comes out next week, I think.
Oh, really?
Which is Zenless / Genshin / Death Stranding / like Shaped 2. So we'll see how that game goes. Interested in that. There's the Big Walk that's happening this year. I'm excited to take a big walk, big walking year. And then some stuff that was delayed from last year, like Mina the Howler would be nice.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I guess technically, I don't think it was a delay, but Splatoon Raiders.
Yeah. Yep.
Was talked about.
Yeah.
Witchbrook, which is Chucklefish's basically version of What If Harry Potter was Stardew Valley.
What if Harry Potter was woke?
Yeah, what if Harry Potter was not controlled by a maniac? And Mario Tennis Fever, I guess is what they're calling this one. It'll be Mario Tennis. Shortly followed by a Mario Golf, let's hope.
Nice. Okay. Any prediction or anything?
One that has like the is the tennis one the one that has the story mode?
Which one? Of what? Who?
The
what?
Mario Tennis.
Yes, yeah. You're like Baby Mario. You get shrunk into being Baby Mario.
Yeah.
Any predictions of games that haven't been announced yet that might come out? I mean, Nintendo will definitely revitalize a franchise that everybody else loves but me, and it won't be Star Fox.
I'll get that pro wrestling remake one day.
There you go.
Dude, I can't wait for another Punch-Out sequel. Absolutely zero people are asking for it, and they're going to call it Arms 2.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like something's gonna get a Switch 2 upgrade that everybody's like, why are you doing that? And that should
already
be fun.
want Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
Sonic Frontiers.
Sonic Frontier.
I don't know how Frontiers runs on the Switch, but I bet it needs it.
Oh, you have no. It is.
No, there will absolutely, because it's just how it is now. There will be some new multiplayer game type that comes out that everybody loves and streamers will latch on to, and then everybody will make really quick cash grabs off of, and we'll see 100 of them at PAX 2026. But
hell yeah! Can't wait to see how many peaks we see at PAX this year.
Yep.
Yeah, PAX 2027 is going to be loaded with whatever pops off at PAX 2026 this year.
All right. Zach, let's go to you. What are your predictions or your what you're hyped for?
I just really wanted to see Okami 2
Yeah,
gameplay.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That's just my favorite game ever. I don't know if Tyler knows this. He's new, but Okami's my favorite game of all
think I've heard that.
time. I just
I need to
want,
play Okami.
dude. There's never been a game like it before, so it's like it'd be fun to have a future version of that game to see what it's like. I just want to see.
I bought it at least twice and haven't played it.
Hey, I've bought it at least 7 times. But yeah, no, I just want to see how it looks. Want to see what they do to the combat. Want to see how they upgrade the brush. Like I'm just excited. I mean, besides that, Half-Life 3, I feel like is coming for sure this year. But yeah, I don't really have any like big predictions. I mean, I would normally be like Halo on PlayStation 5, but that's real. So
Yeah.
So I'll go into my my games I'm excited about. I'll start off with my most niche one. There's this game coming out by these 2 indie devs called the remake of the end of the greatest RPG of all time.
Ooh.
The synopsis of it is basically like it's the last hour of a lost RPG that's never existed, and it has like a director's commentary with a digital manual and like archival footage that's fake of like the devs making the game. It looks really cool. It's like, and the game itself is like a deduction puzzle game. It's really interesting. I'm really excited to see how that turns out. And then Saros by Housemarque, I think, is like the biggest one I'm really excited for coming out soon. The way that like Returnal plays, that game plays, it's like one of the best feeling games I think I've ever played. So I'm really excited to see what they do here, and the aesthetic for Saros is just incredible. And the main actor, I forget his name, he is phenomenal. I love all his stuff. Rahul Kohli.
That's who it is. Yeah.
He's from Midnight Mass.
Yeah.
And he plays the sheriff. Next up, Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. That demo is killer. Oh my goodness. It's so good.
Play the demo. This might be my jump into Dragon Quest if I like the demo.
It's so good. They've made a lot of good changes to the game. Like the biggest issue getting into Dragon Quest VII is the initial
that first 5 hours of the game.
5-7 hours. Now it's basically like an hour. Yeah. They've cut a lot. And the voice acting is really good. And the combat feels so good. It looks so pretty, and it runs really well on the PC. Like I had it cranked up at like 180 frames a second, smooth. It looks so good. Then I got I'm going from like least important to most hype. Next we got Bubsy 4D. I think Bubsy 4D looks really sick.
Such a wild game.
I thought about putting it on my list, but I was like, is that too much of a joke, or like, dude, it's gonna be good?
Dally and I have both gotten hands-on time with Bubsy 4D, and it's actually legit.
Yeah, the devs Fabraz, they made
Demon Surf
and Demon Tide.
Yeah, those games are really good, and Bubsy 4D just it looks incredible. But I just know the platform is going to be good because the team behind it. And then also really just kind of love the meme of Bubsy, so that's exciting.
And they play in that sandbox in this game too, which
And then I got Onimusha Way of the Sword.
Ooh,
I'm really excited about that one. Onimusha, awesome. Samurais, awesome. Miyamoto Musashi, even more awesome. I'm interested to see what they do to make it not Sekiro. I'm concerned that it is just going to be a Dark Souls game. So if it is just a Dark Souls game, I won't be getting it because that's not what I want from an Onimusha game. But yeah, I'm excited still. Then we got Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Yeah, it's the Guilty Gear team making a Marvel fighter. I mean, that's just kind of the pitch there.
I'm not a fighting game guy, but like I love the look of it. So like I'll at least like watch some stuff on it.
Then second place, we got Control Resonant. Oh my goodness, fellas!
Put Control on my list. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, guys!
Oh my gosh!
That game. I mean, Remedy. It's just that's just kind of all I need. But it's also like a combat action game. It looks like Devil May Cry, which is really cool. And Dylan Faden, the main character, is someone that, if you've played Control and played Alan Wake 2, you kind of there's a lot going into this. It's going to be very interesting to see what it adds to the greater tapestry of the Alan Wake Control Max Payne universe. I'm really interested and excited about that. And also it's Remedy. Like, they always make games that are just freaking crazy. Like, there's always something in there. It's just like, whoa. And Dylan got his hair back, which is awesome. And then number one, boys. Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Monster Hunter Stories they're so good. Monster Hunter Stories 3 is going to be interesting because you usually play as a kid who is like a writer, and a writer is a person who can like tame and raise monsters and stuff. But in 3, you play as an adult. And kind of the story twist here is there are these two twin Rathaloses born at the same time. One is yours, the player character. Then one gets, I don't know what happens to him, but he gets kind of taken away. And it's kind of a story of trying to return these two brothers. The one that goes away, I'm assuming, becomes evil. But it plays in the Monster Hunter sandbox really interestingly. It's a gorgeous game. All of them are, but it does a really fun thing with like raising monsters and breeding and creating your own kind of crossbreeds of monsters, and they have different permutations and different stats. So you're constantly like finding like eggs and raising them and then breeding them, and then you use them in battles, and it's like turn-based Final Fantasy Pokemon battles, but it's more quick and fast paced. There's like a circle where you use like turn them in the battle, so you're not like stuck using them, and you can change elemental types by like turning your little guys and stuff. It's really fun. I'm really stoked for this one. It looks incredible. The story, I'm excited to see what they do with the two little twins. I'm interested.
Sweet.
Yeah, Monster Hunter Stories was like the first game on my list of like, I really love Digimon. What's something like this? Whenever I'm ready for more of that. So like probably won't get 3 at release, but like I've got 1 and 2 from a sale that I'll play at some point. So
they're just so good because you also have the like grinding for gear and stuff too that Monster Hunter is known for, and you can ride your guys around like as like mounts and stuff, and they all have different abilities that they do in the overworld. So kind of like Pokemon with like HMs and stuff. Each monster has his own thing. Like this one can break rocks, this one can jump over this. It's kind of like the perfect example of what a good monster raising friend game should be. So
excellent. I'm gonna go through my most anticipated. We're gonna end with JJ because JJ's the king of these. Mine. The ones I most anticipated. I'm a big Splatoon fan. I think Nintendo doesn't wait too long after a Splatoon game before after announcement for like a game like that. So I think that game's gonna come in the first half of the year. Splatoon Raiders, excited for that. Tomodachi Life. I freaking love Tomodachi Life. Such a good series. It's just silly games. The one on 3DS is fantastic. Miitomo that came out was kind of in the same vein, but similar, but also pretty fun. But the new Tomodachi Life, bring it. That looks just so crazy. So I'm excited for that. Onimusha for the same reason, Zach. I'm really excited. I had hands-on time with it back at, was it PAX somewhere? Really enjoyed what I played. So much so that I've been playing it on the Switch, the classic version that they released for the Switch. Pragmata, excited for Pragmata. I loved the demos of that I've gotten hands on. I think it's just it is a 7. It already plays and feels like a 7 that's really good and could scale up into an 8, but I think it's my kind of game. I always will gravitate towards this kind of game once a year. I'll find one that's just, it's not slop. It's just good.
It's slop,
just focuses on gameplay, and it just sticks to gameplay and throws some other things at you. But it just seems like a cool concept and third person adventure game. Forza Horizon 6. I'm with Sam on this. I'm pretty stoked. I'm a racing fan. I know it's not coming to PlayStation 5 right away. It's probably a year off because they waited so long to get it. Forza 5 just came out last year for that. So we may be waiting, Sam, unless you play on PC or Xbox, but I'm going to be getting rid of my Xbox. I'm kind of bummed out about that. So
you can do the JJ and pay $50 to get it early, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah, brother.
And then,
it comes with all the DLC too.
There you go. Marvel Tokon, that as well. That played the online beta testing. That was a blast. It was so good. I was so into it so quickly. I'm into a bit of a fighting renaissance. So, and then the Vampire Survivor spinoff, Vampire Crawlers, looks just bonkers. So bring that to me.
Oh, yeah.
There's always these there's always indie games that pop up every year that come out of the blue. I mean, our game of the year, right?
He's so salty.
2 years ago, Balatro and 1,000 times. Those are both. They came out of the blue. So let's repeat that this year with the game that
we did that last year too. I don't know. You're talking about.
No. But yeah, there's always
I did actually start
cool indie games. Yeah. These cool indie games that pop up. Ball Pit, same thing. Ball Pit, I've been playing the crap with that. So I'm more interested in those types of games, almost more than anything else from a hype standpoint, knowing that they've gotten better and better every year as people have, creators have become much more adventurous, because now is the time for indies to be adventurous, because the big AAAs they're remaking Prince of Persia and they're going to shadow drop it. Cool. Anyway, so my predictions for the year, this is going to be a really weird year for gaming because prices are going through the roof. And so I feel like companies, developers, and the big ones are going to start to take sort of a little bit of a step back and prolong this generation. And some of the best thing you could do with that is to punch out remakes, or I don't want to say punch out.
Yeah, punch out.
I love a punch out, but to pump out remakes. So I see Square Enix remaking Final Fantasy IX, but not like crazy remake.
Not in 3 parts.
Not in 3 parts. It'll be on 1 disc. It may be simplified, but I have them doing something in Final Fantasy IX. And
make Final Fantasy IX look like Link's Awakening.
There you go. But I also think this could be the year that we get at least an announcement of Chrono Trigger, and also not a giant ass Final Fantasy. I think we're not going to see a Final Fantasy VII level remake for a long time from any company, because that undertaking was horrible.
I think they're tired.
Yeah, they're tired. But I could see them putting out, like I said, Chrono Trigger or something that just pumps it up a little bit, or I should say, it pumps it up enough to be a competent game without having to, absolutely push the envelope in terms of graphics and processor and things like that. Because this is going to be a comfort couple years as people try to avoid spending a ton of money.
Do you think that Chrono Trigger would that be a remake or a remaster? Because I feel like they could just remaster it and it would sell like gangbusters.
Weirdly enough, I can see them going the Dragon Quest VII Reimagine route. And doing it as a remake, but you don't have to go all the way because it is a quirky RPG, and you could have fun with it from this. I mean, I remember Chrono Trigger having just some of the best art and some of the coolest marketing, especially when it was in like Nintendo Power and stuff. So take some of that feel and turn that into a game. Maybe it's a lot of hand-drawn stuff. I don't know. Smash Brothers. And I was torn between a Smash Brothers Ultimate DX or a brand new Smash Brothers. And initially I thought, we're going to get Smash Brothers Ultimate DX with, Switch 2 edition. And then I thought that's going to be difficult to play between a Switch 2 person and a Switch 1 person, because you would have to do what they did with Splatoon 3, which is they actually reduced the frame rate on Splatoon 3 for the Switch original so that it would match with Switch 2 speed-wise. So now when you're playing against somebody on the Switch 2, you're actually getting a worse experience on the Switch. So I think they'll come out with a new Smash Brothers game. I will say an announcement of a new Smash Brothers game. I don't know when it'll come out, but we may get our tease maybe for next year. And then the one thing that I think is definitely going to happen. This is Pokemon's 30th anniversary year. We're going to get Gen 10. We're going to get that'll be the fall. We're going to get Pokemon Champions is going to launch. That'll shadow drop in February on the Pokemon anniversary date. And then we're also going to get Pokemon Red, Yellow, Green, or Red, Yellow, Blue, or whatever dropping as well on NS. So I would still freaking love a separate little Pokemon handheld Game & Watch type thing. I think that would be awesome. People would have that with them everywhere and give them the ability to trade out of that. I think that would be sick. But
should come in the shape of a Pokedex.
That'd be great.
Pokedex, exactly. I think that would be awesome. But I think we'll maybe get those games this year, at least the 3 shadowed, on NSO or something. People would pay money.
You gotta appeal to the Gen 1 guys like me that never really moved beyond, or Gen 2 as well, because I love Johto. Do you think we'll get original Red and Blue and Yellow, or do you think it'd be Fire Red and Leaf Green on the GBA?
No, the original.
You think
very original. Very original. I had also at one point thought, we're gonna get the fabled black and white remakes, but no, let's hold off on that. You're gonna get Gen 10, because Pokemon needs to recover from the disastrous last couple of years. Even though their sales have been through the roof, the disastrous last couple.
Yeah, but none of it really related to whatever.
Exactly.
Violet,
and then this is Zelda's year for their anniversary, and while they're not necessarily saying this Lego stuff is part of the anniversary, I think in a way it is. I do think we're going to get a Zelda anniversary direct, maybe over the summer. Maybe that'll be a part of their annual, E3 timeframe direct. And we're going to get Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, just the HD versions. We're not going to get remasters of those. It'll be like, hey, these games are now available for Switch and Switch 2, just like they did with Mario Galaxy. They just kind of repumped that sucker out. But I think that's going to lead into potentially in the fall us getting a Ocarina of Time 3D remake, because I think they've now done 2 Ocarina of Time-ish Lego sets, and for all intents and purposes, it feels like the Legend of Zelda movie is going to be Ocarina of Time based. And so I think we're getting Ocarina of Time remake, and that may not, that may be announced this year. It may not show up until the movie comes out next year, next April or May or whatever it is. But I think we'll at least get an announcement this year of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. And then I'd love Luigi's Mansion 4. So those are my predictions for the year. And now JJ.
I'll just blast through my list and stop on a couple of things that I'm looking through. I mean, I'm looking forward to Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. The demo really sold me on it. I wasn't sure, and then I played it, and I was like, "Oh shit! Actually, this shit's good." Like, I think I kind of like what it's doing more than the 1, 2, and 3 in terms of like what the game represents. I think I like it more. Anyways, Mario Tennis, obviously, I'm excited for. Demon Tides, I'm looking forward to Demon Tides, along with Bubsy 4D. I want both of those games from those guys. They're great. Resident Evil, obviously. I've been ride or die with Resident Evil since it originally came out on the and I will always be there for it. You mentioned them, Pokemon Champions. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out at some point sooner rather than later. I'm really looking forward to that. And Pokopia, obviously. Soros, Control 2, that Yoshi game that's for babies.
Right.
I'm kind of I'll always check out a Yoshi game. Pragmata. I'm excited for well, not excited. I'm interested, and I want it to be good. That Star Wars Zero Company, that single player strategy game that they've got coming out supposedly this year. Maybe. I mean, it could be good. I don't know, but I want it to be. 007 is probably one of my most anticipated games.
Yeah.
I've said it before on this exact show, but the Hitman's this round of Hitman 1, 2, and 3, some of my favorite games of all time now at this point. I love the Hitman games, so whatever's next for them, count me in. That new Lego Batman game that's going through all of like movies and cartoons and stuff seems kind of sick. I like those games. You got a horror triple pack here that I'm interested in. I'm kind of interested in that Halloween game by Ilphonic, that because it is going to have a single player campaign, but it is still their asymmetrical nonsense, that 4v1 Michael Myers stuff, but it's Halloween, so it's like this makes a lot of sense for like this kind of thing, but also letting it be a legit single player game seems kind of cool. Same thing with the Hellraiser game, obviously. And Toxic Commando, I'm excited. John Carpenter game. The John Carpenter's Left 4 Dead, basically. GTA 6, obviously. Obviously. Ace Combat 8. I've never wanted a game so bad. I've played the hell out of Ace Combat 7. I said it today even because they just hit a sales milestone and I forget what it was.
7 million, right? Or 6 something.
Yeah, Ace Combat 7 is by far, I think, one of the best Steam Deck games you could possibly buy. It is so perfect on the Steam Deck to just sit there and just go through your Ace Combat bullshit. I love it.
And the lore is cool.
The lore is wild, man. It takes place in the same universe as Ridge Racer.
This is the stuff that I like. Yes, give me this.
And it has that one cutscene that has just a JPEG of a dog next to everybody. It's great.
Great.
I'm very, very interested to see if it comes out and what it ends up being like of Fable. That is still supposed to come out. I don't know, but
first video game.
Yeah, that's what. Did you say that's your first video game?
No, it's Cursed.
I was about to say you're fucking lying. That's not true. Forza Horizon 6, Marvel Tokon, Wolverine theoretically should be this year, but I have my doubts.
It was on Game Informer's list, that's why I put
it. I guess potentially Marvel 1943 as well, but again, I have my doubts. Mina the Hollower, Rhythm Heaven, and Tomodachi Life. Those are some of my absolute most anticipated of the year that don't include things I don't know about yet because they're indie and who the hell knows. It's gonna show up. Zach's gonna drop something in the Discord one day, and I'm gonna be like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life." And, that's it. Prediction wise, I got some. I think this year will be the year that Disney finally breaks Kingdom Hearts from containment.
Oh, okay.
I think we're either gonna see something or get something that's not a video game. That's Kingdom Hearts. Disney has started to embrace Kingdom Hearts a little more than they ever have in the past. This year,
Yep.
every month, a new Kingdom Hearts pin is being released in the theme parks.
Hmm.
The characters have shown up more than once. Like Mickey and Donald and Goofy have shown up.
Which is a lot
There's
better than Sora.
yeah, I mean, this is these are characters that they own that don't like that are kind of tied up in dealing with the video game stuff, and they've always wanted to do stuff. I mean, but it's tricky, and there's a lot of moving parts to go with something because Disney could just do whatever they wanted. They don't need Square or anyone else involved to get a Kingdom Hearts thing out. But
Square's technically lost the rights to sell Kingdom Hearts merchandise. I don't know if they've got it back, but like even if you look at any Kingdom Hearts merch, it only has the Disney logo on it.
Yeah,
It
no,
does not have the
it's
Square logo.
Yep.
Yeah, it's because Disney outright owns like all of it at this point. Except for the engine that it's built on.
And the Final Fantasy characters that are in it.
Yeah, the Final Fantasy characters.
But Riku, Kairi, Sora are all considered Disney. So.
Are all
original characters. That's why a lot of people like kind of get confused and stuff on like, they gotta no, Disney can do whatever they want. They're just
Disney
polite about it.
But it doesn't benefit them to go rogue. Like Kingdom Hearts is a well-protected property, all things considered, especially for but yeah, I think this is the year that Disney at least announces something that's not a video game. That's Kingdom. It could be anything. They could start a comic book series through Marvel. They could start do an animation series. There could be a movie. There could be
that pilot
there's that
whatever that animated series.
Yeah, there's that old thing because they've always wanted to, but it's just. It's again, there's just a lot of moving parts, and I think now is as good a time as any.
I'm ready to visit a canon theme park area for Kingdom Hearts. Why not?
I wouldn't be surprised if they do a Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts something at one of the Japanese parks. It wouldn't surprise me. If nothing else, like a Mickey's throne room or something that Disney see, and Disney loves to make lands into canon. So if they could figure out a way to make a Kingdom Hearts land at the theme parks in canon, they'll do it, and they want to do it.
I would love a dossier on like the Star Wars canonicity of the theme park because that was news to me whenever you said that.
Oh yeah, it takes. That land takes place on the outskirts of the galaxy, kind of outside of First Order control, and it's set between 8 and 7 and 8. No, 8 and 9. Except now they're changing it. So like one corner of the land is between 8 and 9, and the other corner is somewhere around between Empire and Jedi-ish. Unclear right now.
I'll time travel.
So in Star Wars canon, I have taken a shit in Star Wars.
Do you know who else has taken a shit in Star Wars?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Right. Anyways, I forget where I was. You want to know my really really dumb long shot prediction for next year is? Nintendo is going to maybe even partner with somebody, but we'll get an at-home replica Donkey Kong arcade cabinet like they used to do.
Man, yeah.
Nintendo hasn't partnered with any of those people yet, and Arcade 1-Up didn't go under. They just kind of got scooped up by some people getting into the business themselves, and
dude, that's totally a Nintendo thing to do. Is to start pushing their own cabinets.
Yeah, because like I don't expect Nintendo to release a Play Choice 10, but a Donkey Kong cabinet, I can see it happening.
Donkey Kong makes no sense. What else is there? Mario Brothers? I forget what all
they did.
Arcade
yeah,
games.
Mario Brothers. There is. I mean, because they used to do all those versus cabinets. Like there is a version of Super Mario Brothers as an arcade cabinet that has kind of a slightly different rule set and a little harder. Excite Bike versus. That's what the Play Choice 10 was. It was all these like weird they had Punch Out was an arcade game too, and stuff.
Sega
like that.
should do Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. Give me that trackball.
And they could do Donkey Kong with a bonus of like Popeye in there if they wanted to or something, like if that was that was what Donkey Kong was built off of, and that is a Nintendo game. So
yeah,
there's that. I think we will. I think, to your point on the Zelda anniversary stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like a way to get maybe DS games out or something, but we're going to see the DS games sort of break the DS containment a little bit.
Yeah, I think that needs to happen. I want to see some DS
yeah,
games on there.
So like
Yeah.
so we can get like Spirit Tracks and whatchamacallit. I forget what this other one was.
Phantom Hourglass.
Phantom Hourglass. Yeah, those two. Phantom Hourglass being the first one, right? That was the
My
original.
wife hates Spirit Tracks. I'm really excited to play
Yeah.
it and see if it's actually that bad. I've never played it.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But
it's always shocked me of games they brought from the 3DS to the Switch that A Link Between Worlds was never on that list.
Yeah, that was another thing. I was like, I kind of want to see like A Link Between Worlds.
That's the one I want to see.
Or even that Triforce Heroes, which I think ran on the same engine. Like somebody saved that game out from obscurity.
Yeah.
I will say if they do a 3DS like, NSO sort of thing, I think that we're not going to see like a full Ocarina remake. We'll just probably see Ocarina 3D on that instead because I think
to Dally's point that was what he was thinking, that it was just going to be like an up-resed version of the 3DS game.
Because I would like to play the 3D one on a TV because it looks really good.
But my real thought is, instead of just like finding an excuse for that, I would like to see Nintendo just Link's Awakening the Oracles.
Games.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love
like
that.
An easy one to do.
Seems I think that just makes sense, but like I'm sure, because those are Capcom games, aren't they?
Yeah, I was gonna say because I haven't played the Oracle games, but Minish Cap's like my favorite.
Those and Minish Cap are Capcom. Yeah, Minish Cap's one of my all-time favorite Zelda games. I love Minish Cap, man. Capcom really knew what they were doing with that, but like I don't know what. I don't know what would go into that, if it's something that's even feasible to do a remake or whatever. But I would like to see it. But and the sad one of the year is I can see I'm going to predict that Respawn gets shut down this year. No Star Wars Jedi sequel. That's my and everyone's going to get their hopes up for several months about a new Titanfall game that never comes. That'll be the new Half-Life 3. Titanfall 3 is the new Half-Life 3.
Oof.
I do also want to add, because I froze up on predictions because I didn't prepare that. It is Sonic's 35th anniversary year, so we're probably going to get an announcement of a new Sonic game. That's a low ball. It's almost obvious, but
a mainline Sonic. And listen, that was the other thing I was going to say. The last one. Obviously, I think that's the elephant in the room. Mainline Mario, obviously, is like that's not even like clues to it. There's a movie coming out. Of course, there's going to be a new Mario game, man.
That's what Wonder is, man. Wonder is they're releasing it during the Mario game, the Mario movie.
Yeah, well, the Mario movie is in the middle. Is in like what, the summer? When is that? That leaves fall wide open.
Yeah. Excellent, friends. Well, those are some good predictions. Lots of hype. It's always a blast to not know much about what the gaming year will bring. This
April
year,
3rd, 2026 is the Mario Galaxy movie, just so everybody knows.
Exactly. That's why Wonder is coming out probably the day before then. But it's I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun year. And I have lots of games to play, which I'll be doing in a minute here. I did want to say real quick, thank you to our Patreon executive, Punctified. I forgot this at the beginning of the show. Thank you to Punctified, Punkdefied. Just a lovely person. Happy birthday, Punctified. Today's their birthday.
Ooh.
Make sure you wish them a happy birthday on all over the socials. Very cool. Always the best concert stuff. And just saw Halsey and made me very jealous that he saw Halsey. Anyways, thank you to Punctified, the executive. Thank you to our producers, Tessa Eller, Jeffrey Grubb, Exaginous, and Zero the Prototype, and myself. Value you guys for everything. Y'all need to pick your your game of the year from the producer standpoint. We'll list it in our game of the year.
Oh, they already picked it. They've been chatting it in the fucking.
I was gonna say, well, I think it was
Which one was
mostly
it?
just Tessa and Zero that were just
Yeah.
like, it's Donkey Kong. So we might need to get like
Okay.
X's opinion. If you can get a hold of Jeff Grubb, maybe.
All
we'll
right.
see what-
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll do that. And I'll talk to Punctified and we'll have you guys select.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Friends, that's it. Find us SideQuest.com. Hop into the Discord. We're going to do the draft for those of us who are Patreon and staff very soon. And with that said, we love you. See you in the next episode of The Side Quest. Bye-bye.
Hey, happy birthday, Punctified.
Hey,
Yeah,
birthday,
happy
Punctified.
birthday.
The Baguette says,